Atlanta Cast Network.
Shout out to the baby. Shout out to the baby. We back. Atlanta Carcast in the building. Back for another one. I go by the name of Mr. To this side of me, the illustrious, the beautiful one, the purple one, Miss TJ, aka www.tjx.com. Also at www.atlantacastnetwork.com. Above her, always the man of the hour, the man of the week, the man of the month. It's almost like a birthday month. You know, when you celebrate your birthday the whole month, we're going to celebrate his car show the whole month, and we're going to get into that a lot later into the show. Mr. Skip of Skip's Trophies and More. Last but certainly not that least, the man that looks like he's got extensions, but he doesn't. Nighthawk with the T, aka Night Sizzle with the Sizzle.
Oh,
Owner
wow.
and proprietor. I can't say that word. What is it? Proprietor?
Pro.
Proprietor.
There you go.
Proprietor of built-in inspired toy service.
You're stupid.
I'm gonna work on that word every week.
You look like you know how to cook.
Yeah, we back in the building. A lot going on in the news cycles, but we got a topic of the evening. We're gonna get to the topic this week, and we're not gonna stray away. But we're gonna start this one off with a big RIP to Rich Homie Quan. We lost a few in the past few days. RIP to Simba Daddy.
Don't do him like that.
Simba Daddy. Mufasa
Dad. And Frankie Beverly passed away. RIP. Legendary. I don't know if you have listened to Happy Feelings or all of those.
Everybody done heard it. They might not know it, but they done heard it.
Man, so we lost some legends this week. So rest in peace to all of those people. It's in the news cycle this week. Who else?
James Earl Jones.
That's Mufasa
James
Daddy.
Earl Jones. That's Simba Daddy.
I mean Simba Daddy.
Simba Daddy dad. Anyway, how was your week, Miss TJ? Take it away, Miss. How was your week? Don't say it was fast. Don't say it was quick. Don't say none of that other stuff.
Can I say that this week absolutely went by in a blink? I didn't say it went fast. It went by.
I dream of Genie. Cross your arm. Do I dream of Genie?
It went by in a blink, and I can't believe it's Thursday already. It was just Monday, like a blink ago. Been a good week.
Go fast.
Working.
Yeah. Carmelita said, when Nighthawk get that hell?
Oh gosh. We all said the same thing when we saw him. We was like, wait, what is that?
That's that.
Come
that's
on
that
now, dog.
Right.
Come on, man.
That fit.
Okay, so yeah, I had a good week. Still working on the week. Yeah. What else?
That's it, Mr. Skip. How was your week? I know you're. You always say that he's not.
I normally don't get stressed. I normally don't stress, but with the tornado, hurricane, whatever it was that hit Louisiana, it brought the rains with it. So there's chances of rain now for Sunday when it was just clear all the way up until yesterday afternoon. All the weather channels were saying it was clear. So the show's going to go on, ladies and gentlemen, unless it just thunderstorms, just blows us all the way out. We're going to have a good day. The forecast is still supposed to be clear the biggest part of the day. So the show still is going to go on unless, it starts to lighten or whatever. I have been asked on more than one occasion since we've been announcing the show about having the judging course during the show like I did last year. I've had one person sign up. It doesn't matter if it's one person or 50. If you guys want to sign up, please inbox Atlanta Carcast here tonight or before Sunday so I can have all the necessary materials because I do give out a little kit along with the course and teach you what I know, show you what I do. And hopefully you'll take it and go on to be like this lady, judging her own car shows or whatnot.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's what I got going on right now. We're gonna talk about it some more, but stress actually got to me this week.
Rain, sleet, or snow, it's going down.
Yeah, without the lightning, except for the lightning and crazy rain.
No lightning, yeah.
Yeah.
Nighthawk, how was your week?
Had a good week. I went to Pigeon Forest with my family this week, so
Okay.
had a good
Is
week.
it cold up there?
At nighttime.
Oh, okay.
At nighttime. And actually it was a classic car show going on the whole week.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
Did you win any money?
I didn't go that far. Yeah, I ain't want to lose no money.
Oh, okay.
I stayed away.
Gotcha. What did you guys do? Did you go to any of the tourist things?
Yeah, we did the moonshine tasting, and then we did we took my little girl, so we did a lot of the like go-kart stuff and all that fun stuff.
Okay, cool. Did you go to the Nike outlet?
Yeah.
That's one of the best ones in the country.
Yeah.
And they don't have big man shoes like 12, 13, 14. They don't have none. Like, what the fuck? You got so many people shoes and shit.
Well, I get a lot of shoes, so sorry.
Yeah, but you wear a size 2. You ain't gonna never run your shoes. What you wear, a 5 or 6?
In ladies, in kids, or in men's?
Ladies.
I wear a small.
Yeah, I thought you was going to say a 7. You are a lot.
No, I wear a 6.5, 7.
Anyway, your foot that big.
I wear a 5 in kids. I can still buy kid shoes.
Anyway, okay.
I got some. I have these Air Maxes that look so small. When I wear them, people are like, "Whose child shoes you got on?" They're mine.
Little baby shoes. She wear them baby shoes. Anyway, question on the screen is what's the charge for the judging course? $50, $50.
Yes.
There's
now, what that
answer.
gets you in a nutshell? I'm gonna provide clipboards, ink pens, a judge sheet for you to keep for future references. One to you today, because I will be showing you what I do judge. Then I will let you judge a card, and then give you the pointers on what you did not do, what you missed, what you looked over. Pretty much teaching you. And like I said, the clipboard, ink pen, judge sheets, and knowledge. And I'm not bragging, but 3 of the people that have taken the course, she didn't take it. So 2 of the people that have taken the course have judged car shows since they've taken my course, and they have not had negative blowback.
I didn't take the course, but my training was a little bit more extensive.
Right.
So.
Right. But I had to be honest. Yeah, but everybody don't learn the same.
Yeah.
This is my prototype. Look at my prototype. Yes.
Wayne Kong in the building.
What's up, baby girl?
My week, in a nutshell, I found out that I was a little bit more older than I was. I've been procrastinating on getting my eye exam for years.
Oh God!
Put them on.
You don't have them yet.
I don't have them yet. I don't have them yet. And I look at this whole thing of people wearing glasses and vision totally different after my whole experience. Like I was looking at the debate and the people on CNN and Fox, and everybody with their glasses on. I was like, those are nice. I like that. I've never seen anybody's glasses on their face before this. Never. Glasses were totally.
Now you can't miss them. Huh?
Even though I wear glasses and I have about 50 pair.
50 pair. I've never seen a pair of glasses on your face ever. You look just like that.
Okay, so
I go to get an exam, and then the they tell you to read the stuff on the screen, and I'm like, I'm not doing good. I'm not doing good at all, Skip. I'm standing up there,
especially when you got the line 4 and it got real small.
Yeah, they try to trick you. They be like, well, which line can you see? I'd be like, well, bitch, you trying to test me? Like I want to read the smallest line, and then you try to read it, and you can't read it, and then you be like, well, let me go up to line 2. So I am failing this exam like bad. And then, I'm asking the lady at the end, I'm like, okay, doc, lay it. I'm acting like I'm dying. I'm like, all right, lay it on me. Am I going to be okay? Like, how bad is it, doc? Tell me how bad is it? Am I going to live? And she was like, yeah, you're going to be fine. But we have some issues. I was like, okay. Well, at least tell me this. Am I nearsighted or am I farsighted? She was like, both. I was like, bitch, you trying to play with me? Why you trying to play with my emotions? Like, I can't be both sided. Like, you playing with me.
No, hold on. Yeah. What did you say? Both sided?
I'm both sided.
No. Sided or sighted?
Oh, sided, whatever. Nearsighted. I don't know.
That's the country that's seeping in him, but coming out.
Hold on. He texted me while he was at the eye exam and said, this B-I-H, this big said I'm both sided. And he spelled it S-I-D-E-D. Both sided.
Both sided.
That was true. Both sided.
I was like,
look at Carmelita. Yes, you could be both sided.
I can't see a damn thing.
It's called presbyopia. Certified ophthalmic tech here. Okay, then, Miss Lady.
You didn't know, Felicia.
It's called presbyopia, Mark. You presbyopic.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This is what tells you that black people are like supreme warriors. Like, we will like work around everything, including our vision and our health. Like, I've been squinting and everything.
This man rolls the window down to make a left turn.
And y'all don't have tinted windows.
No tint.
No.
The fuck is? You should have been to the doctor. You should have kicked the doctor's office down.
No tint.
You can't see through clear windows.
Not turn the music down. He rolls the window down to make a like looking over like.
Yeah, you couldn't drive me to a stop sign. Yeah, you can't drive me to the stop sign. No, sir.
Bad.
So everybody always wonders why I'm driving. If you ever see us together, I'm driving because he can't see.
Well, okay. I will be able to see in another week. I'll be able to see when I get the glasses.
And what kind of lens are you getting?
Progressive. What that mean? Is that right? Progressive.
It's CSS. Right. Felicia said it. You got CSS. Can't see shit.
Oh shit.
Boy, she knew what you should have said when you said what I got. You CSS. Can't see.
Yep, can't see shit. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but literally everybody in my family wears glasses, and I'm like, my daughter wears glasses. My son should wear glasses, but he doesn't. But my mother wore glasses. My father wore glasses. Everybody, my sister, everybody, and I've never worn them, and I should have got them a long time ago, and I've just been procrastinating. So, if you're up in age, please, if you want to see, because literally when she did something with the thing I was looking through, and it cleared up. When I tell you, I was like, motherfucker. I was like almost upset at myself. Like
You've been walking around in a haze all this time.
Yeah, I can't see shit.
Stupid.
All that time, she was putting different lenses on to see what. Yeah.
Anyway, so that was my week. I found out I was blind. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway. So the topic of tonight, because we're gonna start to get back on these topics that I know y'all love. We're gonna stop talking about electric vehicles and and infrastructure and combustion engines and cars and all that.
Be a big deal.
Yeah, we're gonna get back to the shit.
The electric vehicle is gonna be a big topic here in the next 2 months. I promise you.
Yeah, sure. But tonight we are asking, are car clubs dead? And actually, we went back to putting the link in the chat. It is pinned to the top of the chat. So if you had something to say about this whole topic, please join. If you disagree or agree, I don't give a shit. But the question is, are car clubs dead? And we're going to throw it to Nighthawk first. Are car clubs dead?
A little bit.
You said a little bit?
Yeah, my personal reason, because I figure it's a lot of the car clubs don't know what a car club is now. It's more on a partying side. You see more want to go get drunk and don't want to fix up their cars. So that's why I figure it's kind of like dead now. It's more on the social side now.
Okay.
Go ahead, Skip.
Car clubs are not dead. People are realizing that car clubs are not what they thought, and some car clubs are not what they should be. A car club should be a group of like-minded people together, attending car shows, doing car events, doing car stuff, hanging out. That's what a car club should be, because a motorcycle club is just that. Like-minded people like to ride bikes. They do motorcycle shit. They go to motorcycle parties, events, and they go home.
Correct.
So the idea of car club is a great thing, but one of the things that people overlook is, well, if they got all Hellcats, I need to be in that club because we gonna ride fast. We gonna do this. That's not a car club. That's a group of people doing stupid shit. So the car club thing is not dead. The actual running of a car club or structure of a car club is what's dead. And when everybody that wants to be a chief decides to start a car club and don't know the dynamics of having one, that's the part that's dying, because people are starting to learn, I can't follow this dude. I can't be in there with this dude or that girl or whatever the case may be. So the structure of car clubs is dying because the people that actually can run one and that can lead don't want to lead because they don't know how to sift through the bullshit. So yes and no.
It's TJ.
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been outside much this summer. So the car clubs that I do see, I see a lot of car clubs, you know, in following car clubs on the Atlanta CarCast page. I probably see, it's got to be a good 50 car clubs that I'm following, and I see the constant activity with those car clubs. Now, those are not all car clubs in Atlanta. Those are not all car clubs that are active in our community necessarily, but they are car clubs that are existing, that are thriving. So
right, which feeds right back into part of the answer that I gave, that a car club with structure, with rules, bylaws, whatever you want to call them, continues to thrive. Nighthawk's been a club almost 10 years.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? So a club ran the right way can continue to be a car club. But when you have these clubs that last 2 months or even shorter periods of that, it's just somebody that thought, well, everybody wants to do burnout, so I'll just get these people in, and then it blows up or, incinerates because you don't know what you're doing. You're not a leader. So I think that part, and then what's going to happen is the bigger car clubs are going to stay. They're going to stick and stay. And then when these clubs start coming in from out of town, the hate's going to start, because they're going to start to see that structure. They're going to start to see the what's the road captain. They're going to start to see them, escorting all their people in and pointing them and parking them like they're supposed to. They're going to start to see the PROs reaching out to other clubs like they're supposed to. They're going to start to see the structure of a real car club, and they're going to hate. They're coming out of town thinking they're shit, that kind of shit. That's what's going to happen, because the car shows are not going to stop. We're just going to start seeing different people, because people are migrating here because this is a fun city. So that's my opinion on that part of it.
Sherry said something really poignant. People may just have other stuff going on, like making money, paying bills, their health, and this is an expensive hobby if you really are serious about it.
Correct.
Right, but even with all those things you just said, it's not that, everybody has different levels of how their car is going to end up being. Your job, your bank account, your passion will dictate how much money you put into your vehicle. So you don't have to do, and this is no shot at him, but you don't have to do what Bled did, transformed his whole car, made it into something, one-off. You can do something simple enough for you and still participate on the car scene. So if it's about money, that's a personal thing. That shouldn't hinder you from being part of an organization.
Okay, ton of engagement in the comments, but we're gonna kick it to Carnage. What's your take on it?
Well, being the president of Black Panther Corvettes, I feel that it's a big transition going on. And there was a period where kind of like the old guard of way doing things that was kind of central on, let's say, let's not kid ourselves here, a lot of competition, right? But that competition can be to a certain individual taxing, like bearing them down, feel like they're exhausted, maybe burnt out, instead of actually getting to the meat of what brought you to that particular demographic or type. So when it comes to Corvette clubs, and as of now, with like 5-star, myself, second to none, they're actually branching out into the wider community, but still being themselves, but allowing other people to engage with them. And actually, they actually being car people. And I say it's a difference between being a car person that actually own Corvettes versus owning Corvettes, and just going to a car show.
Right. But see, part of that is mentality too. Like there's a divide here in Atlanta between the old schools and what's considered new schools, right? The old schools have the old head mentality where these guys don't want to do nothing, but they don't want to give these guys structure or coach them, so to speak. Now, a lot of these guys don't want to hear it and ain't going to listen, and I get it. But the divide will come from, like Sherry just made a hell of a comment too. Some clubs pressure members to do upgrades, so then it becomes about your pocket. But like y'all hear me say this every other week or every other show, know your audience.
Know your audience.
That's why you prospect at these car clubs. I don't give a damn if I get $20 million and get a Corvette and join either 5-star, Secret Society, whoever, second to none, whoever. And they say, oh, man, that's a stock car. Well, you got to do this and do that. Guess what? I see y'all on the road. I ride solo, do whatever. It ain't going to stop me from being a part of something. Now, if you're, I'm not going to call the club's name, but if you're part of a certain club, and you can't get help from them or input, when you need it or some advice about this, then know your audience. That's not the place for you. Don't force the fit. Leave. And that's part of what I think is wrong too.
So Queen Kong.
No, I want to get to this comment real quick.
Okay.
Some of these folks don't want a car club; they want fan clubs. Do you think we're really here?
Yeah.
Have a lot of these clubs that have spun off, is it really about the president or the founder or the CEO more so is it about the building the club?
Who want to be in the front of the line?
That's it. That's it. And now there's always, infighting, personal reasons, different stuff that causes people to branch off. Envy and jealousy are the main two reasons, I think. But they'll conceal it by saying, "Oh, he was stealing money," or "Oh, he was, messing with somebody's old girl and I couldn't deal with it." They'll conceal the real reason with something else. So, yes, they want fan clubs. Yes, I've seen people leave clubs and lie to all the members to try to get them to follow them, so they can seem like, yeah, I was right. So show the world, look what I said, look what I did. And then when people realize, instead of just asking, being a grown man or woman and saying, you know what, that ain't what I saw. Dog, if you're going to go ahead. We still can be cool. But there are clubs out there also that if I don't like, Queen Kong said, if I have a problem with Nighthawk, oh, y'all can't deal about their life, period. I don't like none of them. We don't like them. That's not leading the club. That's a gang. That's gang mentality.
Or when people enter a club in a relationship and they break up, just because you broke up with that person means we all got to stop talking to them. I mean, you brought them into our lives, and now we got to stop talking to them because you broke up with them. It doesn't work like that. There are so many couples that we've met in this car club community that Mark talks to the men and I still talk to the women, and we talk to them collectively when we see them, that they're no longer couples. And it's hard to break those friendships with people. And it's not right when people put that kind of pressure on people, because we've become family with a lot of individuals. Does that make sense?
Yes, 100%. My wife said that's middle school. But Carter, I got a question for you.
All right.
in your structure, I'm not going to ask you about your club. I'm talking about, well, I'll ask you about your club, but in the structure of your club, if there's a couple that split up and one goes and joins a rival club or whatever, starts riding with them, you know, hypothetically speaking, and say if the man stays in your club and it was a nasty breakup, how do you handle that? Because if let's build a situation. Me and my significant other break up. We both got cars, and I found out she was cheating. And I said, and this is all hypothetical, people. So fuck y'all if y'all take it and run with it. But I said, man, that's nasty bitch. She did me wrong, dirty motherfucker. Y'all be like, yeah, Skid, that was fucked up. Now she gone. She part of the opposite club. How do you tell your club, hey, y'all, listen, that was still an individual incident. We can't not deal with this club because now she's over there. How do you do that?
Well, I say it like this. I give people face value, right? So what I mean by that, I give people a chance for first impression. So we have something going on, or I deal with somebody on a situation. I leave them in that type of realm, but we all adults here. We're not kids. So we have to move in a certain way as a unit because we still represent each other.
That's right.
So we will go and maybe hang around and, you know, show our faces. But, you know, it'll probably be a conversation or something to prepare ourselves or prepare for somebody who might not know the situation. And that's what part of the club is. It's kind of like a brotherhood. Well, if the ladies join as well, but it's a fellowship. So sometimes the thing about being in a club, some real stuff happens, you know, death in the family or that what you spoke of, and we have to deal with those situations the same way. But as far as tribalism, what a lot of stuff happens like that, no, not particularly my club, but maybe the old guard.
It was a hypothetical because you're
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
What about fraternization?
I don't, in my club, I personally don't allow, because if they get into an altercation, it's gonna bust the whole club up, because now everybody want to take sides on it. So with my club, I tell them personally, and my club, no, we don't fraternize within the club unless you came in the club married already.
Well, I think the problem is with most of these clubs that have dissolved is Black people have the tendency to be very selective on when they implement certain rules and bylaws. Like they may say, oh, there's no fraternization, but then when the president want to fuck the secretary, it's a different story. Or you know what I'm saying? It's like they're very selective when they want to implement stuff, and it's kind of crazy, you know. But if you're really stern on a zero tolerance policy on your bylaws, then you may be successful. But a lot of these clubs, they're very selective, and they turn a blind eye when the right person is screwing the right person or whatever.
Gotcha. But you know, when you create bylaws, they should be written in stone. Now, it doesn't mean if you have 5 bylaws, those 5 bylaws can grow branches, but it should be voted on amongst the people that were there before the branch was added, if that makes sense.
This girl,
man,
I'm fraternizing. We're in the military. I'm fraternizing. See, you the problem. Goddamn problem.
But if she know going in, if they, you know, it's one of those things where
she's a perfect example
of when they will be selective of.
No, not just that. She's a perfect example. Pardon me for bringing this up, Miss Deadpool. She's a perfect example of someone we met who came into a car club with a man. They broke up. They're no longer together. Mr. is very good friends with him. Sherry and I are really good friends as well. It wasn't a choice to make. Like, not talk to her, not talk to him. We talk to them both. They do their own separate things now, and we still talk to both of them.
But those two they're grown. They're grown. They're grown adults. They're not childish. Those two.
But also, women and men handle these relationships differently. Most of the time, men still are cool with both parties. To me, it's the women that draw the line in the sand. You're like, oh, I ain't fucking with that nigga.
No,
I ain't. Let me on now. It's the women that be like, oh, fuck him.
I ain't saying you lying
I ain't
because
fucking with him.
No, I'm
you
not
saying
saying
how
you're
he
lying.
did such and such.
But
No,
are
no,
women
no.
saying? But are women saying? Don't you talk to him neither?
No,
You said it. The women say that.
no. She said, "Are they?" And
I'm
the answer is
asking.
no.
Carnage, is that
Men
your
are cool.
experience?
Most men
Well,
are cool with both parties.
from
No.
my experience,
No.
I've seen firsthand before I became president of women who refused to join the club because of that same reason. They just wanted to be not third party, but just go from place to place and just mingle, don't do anything else besides.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
see but again, but you know who that is. You everybody's eyes are good when it comes to stuff like that. But back to what you said, Mark, it's always the man. 90% of the time it's been the man with that bullshit. Oh man, fuck that. Why we going over there? Oh, no. In the car club world, I'm gonna say that. Now, in life, I can't speak on all that.
It's hard to talk about this without being specific, but
I'm not.
no, you're right, Skip. Even on the man part, without being, saying their names, that when he brought up the situation, you could tell that he was very interested, and he kept getting shot down. And it was funny, but at the same time, I could feel the tension and stuff like that. It would cause rifts if she was to get in the club. So
Queen Kong is at the top of the chat. You should see it at the top of the chat. Scroll back up. You'll be able to click
all right. So let me switch gears because Nighthawk has been a president / CEO / founder for over 10 years. Skip has been in the car world for 100
since
years.
it started.
Right. So don't take this the wrong way. So should both of y'all at some point get the fuck out the way for the next Nighthawk and the next Skip?
Well, you want to go first, Nighthawk? You want me to go first?
I'll go first. See, if a lot of people have not realized, I kind of like transitioning out of the car scene a little bit, and it falls in steps. Like now, I'm to the step where I move towards Skip to look what Skip do because I don't been in the car scene, the limelight. So the limelight with the car scene is just now I'm just in it, but after a while it gets boring. So you do be want to transition to the next step. So I look at the upcoming clubs and push them like, hey, this is what you do. Keep pushing because after a while they're gonna feel like I feel. It's gonna get old to them, but it's new to them right now.
So do you think you stepping out of the way would make your club better or worse by letting somebody else maybe take the reins and move it to the next generation forward?
It probably can be ran better than what I do, but I'm gonna always oversee it because by me having the knowledge of my club, can't nobody run it like I have ran it.
Go ahead, Skip.
Okay. Yes and no. Yes, 80-20, yes. 80 yes, 20% no. And the reason my 20% is this. If I don't give you the knowledge of what I've built, how I've done it, so you can build off of it, take that blueprint and cut half of it up. But some of it's gonna apply. Right. And if you use that to build your house will be stronger than what my house was. So me just quitting and leaving the scene, I think, and you can call it arrogant or whatever, would hurt the scene.
Right.
Not leaving. I'm saying giving the reins to the next Skip in the next.
I've done that in my car club. I got somebody else actually doing it, and like Nighthawk, I'm overseeing it to the point to where when stuff happens on our private page, I'll inbox them and say, "Hey man, did you see that? How you plan to handle that before you go handle it?" You see what I'm saying? So I'm still giving them nuggets, but I'm letting them go. Now, I'm like Nighthawk, I'm letting them go with the leash on. Because if I just let it go, then it's all his, and then I can't say, man, you should have did it. Let me fix this. So completely letting it go, no. But just go ahead.
I ain't gonna, Miss TJ. Hold on, I'm gonna pass it to you, but I want to reframe the question. So should these old niggas get the fuck out the way?
No. Well, that's what my question is gonna lead into.
Okay, go ahead.
So in my experience, I feel like a lot of presidents, founders don't acquiesce skill sets to people who are better than them. Doesn't mean you're not the founder or the CEO, but there may be people who have better skill sets at organizing, facilitating, And they just won't turn the power over, not even a little bit, to let someone younger with fresh ideas, who's more creative, who's more tech savvy, even help. Why?
What's
Okay,
pride?
Because they think their way is the way.
If y'all realize lately, my face card haven't been my club lately. Michigan Truck James has been the face card about their life. So that's the transition of it. When I was you always saw me. Now you'll see mostly James out, and it pulls me out of the scene. So you can transition it a little bit that it could work out.
And even to piggyback off what he said, the young person with the fresh ideas, with the with the new energy, a lot of them don't present that until there's beef, until there's
I disagree.
I disagree too.
I disagree.
Well,
just from, I mean, I'm just saying that a lot of times, and I'm not even saying this about car clubs. I'm just talking about organization, right?
Well, I've been teaching shit for a bunch of years now, trying to give knowledge out. So I guess
I'm speaking about organization in general, because I'm a part of a whole lot of different organizations, and I see this over and over and over and over and over again. Even in church, because I was my pastor's assistant, and they were upset. The older people were upset that I was assisting my pastor with modernizing church technology. Like, why are you writing your sermon on a piece of paper? You should put it on an iPad. Why are we still handing out paper bulletins when we've got all these screens and monitors? Like, they were mad because I came in with all these innovative ideas that they just didn't want. They didn't want the change.
They don't want to move forward.
To the point that they sabotaged me, like literally sabotaged my work as the secretary to the church, right? So it can happen in any kind of organization, where a person who's younger, fresher, has more the real technical acumen. And that's the problem. It's like, you can't do anything technical. Y'all don't know how to even turn on a computer and send an email. You have someone who comes along that's sharp, that can really transition you into this modern time, and you just won't even let them do it. They're not trying to be the president of the club. They're just saying, hey, why don't we do this? And you shut them down. You don't see that happening?
Yes, that happens, like you said, in every part of life that happens. But if we're talking about car clubs, though, we shouldn't compare what happens in different organizations, because a church organization, even though their structure is completely different from a car club.
I'm seeing this happen in car clubs too, Skip. As a part of a car club, part of several iterations of a car club, we saw that happen. Am I incorrect?
One of the things that happened there was anything that a new school mind put on the table, the old school mind said, that ain't gonna work. We tried that. And they're set in stone, like, we've tried everything you're finna say out of your mouth, so it's not gonna work, and they're gonna be closed off to it because they know they've tried it and it ain't gonna work. Well, so sometimes you gotta be, even if you know something is not gonna work, to be successful as an organization, you still gotta let an idiot be an idiot. Like, just let them try it. You gotta let them fail, and then they'll see. Yep, try to tell you.
Right. But part of following somebody is respecting their leadership, and then if it gets to the point where they're so bullheaded that they don't want to relinquish or teach or elevate, leave. I think part of the problem is people try to force feed something to somebody that's just not going to eat it. In the situation you're talking about, Mark, those people, I know them, and they just were like lazy. So they're not open to change. What's up, baby girl? They're not open to change. So when you recognize being a young, energetic, a thoughtful person, when you recognize that they're not open to change, okay, let me take this somewhere else. And that, in my opinion, is where you should branch off and do your own thing.
Right? I still believe in governing bodies that are official. Yeah. And if you don't go through governing bodies, I don't think these clubs should form in the first place. I understand that it's social and it's, it's out of it's like, out of your own pocket, and you're doing this volunteer work. But just like biker boys, it should be just like that.
But in the bike world, there is a governing body, and they
No,
run
in the
it with
movie
an
Biker
iron fist.
Boys.
No, I'm talking about in the
People-
real bike world, there's a governing body similar to that, and they run it with an iron fist. If you ever, what I'm gonna say, I shouldn't, but if you know anybody that truly rides motorcycles that's in the bike world, ask them if they wear some colors they're not supposed to, what'll happen. Now, trying to have a governing body like that in the car world, there's no, how can we tell you you can't ride in a group? You can't wear no colors, all light colors. It's not the bike world. This has been going on for years, centuries, decades with the bike world. How can you just?
I think Skip, it's all about acknowledgement and it's all about respect. If we lay a foundation that this is the way that you enter this community and this world, everybody will follow suit. But we have no accountability. We have no accountability.
Atlanta Car Club community. Me and other people created this circle for that reason. It grew and grew and grew and grew, and then it imploded because everybody thought it could be done better this way, or I don't like what Skip doing, or I don't like Nighthawk, or I don't like whoever, and it imploded. Now we still have the circle. It's smaller now, and it's starting to grow again. But to say we should run the car world like the bike world, that'll never happen now.
You said now. Did it happen like that maybe, I don't know, 30 years ago?
I don't think they had car clubs like that 30 years ago. The only organizations was gangs and biker clubs. Think about it. Those are the only organized things, like the Bloods and the Crips. They have rules they have to follow. You know, even the Black Gangster Disciples, all these, they have a blueprint.
A structure, yeah.
They do. That's right.
Car clubs don't. Not me, but we tried that with the Atlanta Car Club community. Here are the bylaws. Everybody got a section of it. Now, one thing we did do, we stopped all the swerving and all the stupid reckless driving between the car clubs. It worked. But then, to say, piggyback what Miss TJ said, people started giving us all this stuff. Won't you do this? Won't you do that? You can't institute a whole bunch of different changes to a big organization immediately. So for some people, I wasn't moving fast enough. Some people, I didn't listen to them like they thought I should. And then, there was rifts and everything, and it just imploded. That's why I say, tell somebody now, you can't form a car club. Who am I? Like I said, if you know somebody in the bike world, truly in the bike world, ask them if they wear the wrong colors in the wrong place, or they get told not to wear them and they wear them, what'll happen?
I mean, it's almost like
I can tell you this though.
Go ahead.
I say for what I've seen as far as Corvettes is concerned, the rate in which new clubs are being born are slowing down tremendously. I don't know if it's because of the fact they've seen as a member what happens when strife and conflict occur, and the people who didn't like a certain type of way, they split from an older group. But outside of like just a brand new entity that nobody never heard of, nobody never seen these people before, it's ramping down. I mean, so
yeah, but Corvette
Queen
is one car.
Corvette is
one car. But Corvette is one type of car. We're talking about all cars. Like when we say all motorcycles, we're talking about all cars. You just can't say that. You can't. It won't work.
No, it won't. Right.
Do you really think it's ramping down? I mean, because we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4 car clubs, brand new ones within the Corvette club.
No. Well, the reason I said that is because they came from another entity. So there was a group of people who wanted, like you Skip said, they wanted things a certain way. But as far as a brand new player that nobody ever seen before with a
okay, you're right.
It's never gonna be a perfect car club, regardless if you're new or old. So it's never gonna be a perfect car club.
Right. They're not perfect bike clubs. That's why they're what they are. But the structure is there for bikers, though. Like when people, young kids get these crotch rockets, we're gonna form a club. Boy, they got to go talk to the OGs, or they better not run no rockers or no vests. They're gonna get talked to.
So when I ride out in my Schwinn, I'm gonna have to ask permission.
No, I don't think the Schwinn people gonna say that. You don't ride fast enough.
Okay, I was just making sure because when I get my colors, I want to be right.
All right, so we finna kick this to Queen Kong. What's your take on all of this? Go ahead, give it to the people. I know you got a lot to say.
I don't have a lot. I just want to tell the story. Like I said, the part y'all can hear me good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So when I say sometimes the car club recruits individuals for clout, like if the car club isn't popping, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just giving I'm not gonna give any names. So I left the club. Skip may know at first my truck was tan. So the day that I got my truck back, brought it back up here, got it back from being redone over. We had a car show. It was actually Slick by Stitch car show. So I said, I'm gonna take it there. When I got it back, there were no decals on it, right? Because decals were the wrong color. So I just took everything off. So get to the show. Mind you, in the group chat, I didn't message anybody because it was raining. And I just got the truck back, so I wasn't too comfortable driving. Let me look right quick, you know, just how it is. So I said, let me just drive up there right quick. Okay. So when the vice president of the club got to the show, he was just like, hey, what's up? Why you ain't got no decals? Completely missing the point that even my own decals wasn't on there. So after the show, we went all the way back down to tell the president, you know, she doesn't have any decals. She's not repping the team. She's not hashtagging. I feel like she's doing her own thing, all from one show, just because you didn't see any decals. But prior to that, when my truck was tan, it was never, like an issue. It was never, nothing was ever brought up. So I feel like it may have been festering. But once that truck got made over, it was just like, and I'm the only one going to shows and going here, going there. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was pretty much for the clout and stuff like that. So, yes. And I say some of them do, because even still to this day,
majority of them
go to shows. Like after I left, and I had to tell them, I'm like, hey, what's the issue? If you noticed that the team logo wasn't on there, but my logo wasn't on there. But you overlooked that to try to make it an issue. So I was just like, I'm still kind of cool with some of the fellas, but the one that brought it up, it was just like a major. I was just like, he was like, hey, I can demote him. No, don't do that, because I'm going to leave, because it's going to cause a bigger issue. Like I said, and he had to already feel some type of way.
Envy and jealousy. I told you those are the first things where it starts from.
Yeah, so I just don't. I feel like sometimes you understand, of course, as a car club, you seek out people for quality, but some just seek out with a different mindset, and I've noticed that, and it's just like.
Have you guys seen people admit people into car clubs without prospecting them? Because of the clout.
Yes,
dangerous. Very dangerous.
Yes, immediately. I've seen people get stickers the day they hey man, there you go, man, put that on your car. Yes.
Right. I've seen it too. Like, hey, we usually do this and this and this. We usually do a couple of months. You got to do this, and you got to. I've seen it. And I would like to ask, how do y'all feel about, if you're a prospect, we're all grown, if you're a prospect, about mandated show attendance before going, what I'm saying? We all grown, lives, kids, things come up.
I got you.
My
club, the Shut It Down Boys and Girls. It was just Shut It Down Boys, but then we got a lot of girls in the music, so it's now the Shut It Down Boys and the Shut It Down Girls. We have a 5 show a year, the same 5 shows every year. They're mandatory shows. Now, what I do when we have our annual meeting, these are the 5 shows that are mandatory for everybody. If there's an issue, work, family, vacation, whatever, we don't care if it's the day before or the week before. Give me a call. Hey, Skip, man, something came up, family, can't plan. I ain't got no money, finance, whatever. Okay, cool. You excused. But we have those mandatory shows that we must attend as a group to show Shut It Down Boys are still here. Shut It Down Girls are still here. Now, the one thing I think what you were hinting at is when people do the mandatory shows, there are no excuses. You can't miss it. I'm like you said, I'm grown. I understand bills. I understand not having money. I understand sometimes you just don't want to be bothered. Those are extenuating circumstances to me. Now, that don't mean you got to go to every show, because I'm going to try to support every weekend, do something, host something, or be something on the car scene every single weekend. I don't expect you to do it. But those 5 shows is where we made our name at in the beginning, and we're going to continue to support and boost those shows up as long as we're an organization. So yes, we have mandatory shows, but you don't. It's not. We're gonna scrape your logo.
Right. So hold on, no. I'm not asking about when you're already on the team. I'm asking about how they do it as prospects.
The prospects are they're under the same umbrella with us.
There's only I don't know how everybody prospect. Like I said, I'm not in the club. I'm soloing now, but I've seen 2-month prospect, 3-month prospect, but they're mandatory shows for the prospect. No. But I feel like it's hard. I know it's there.
No, I'm talking about in my club. No, I'm talking about my club. That's all.
Okay. I've heard and seen it as mandatory shows for prospects, and that shows short notice. Like, hey, you're seeking me out. I'm seeking you out as a prospect, but now you're saying it's mandated that I have to go to the show, but you haven't communicated with me as well. Like, hey, do you have anything on your schedule? Would you like to? But you're trying to mandate it as a prospect to be a member of the team.
Yeah, if it's done that way, it all goes back to that statement: know your audience. If it don't fit, you must have quit. That's it. And a lot of people have their mindset, man, I got to be part about their life, man. You see what they be doing with them mobiles over there? I got to be in this club, but then don't nothing mesh.
Yeah.
So you accept all that BS, and this is just hypothetical, Nighthawk, but you accept all of that you don't agree with just to be a part of something. That's part of an issue.
I think what you're saying is with the Shut It Down Boys, it's a part of their bylaws and their brands that you attend these 5 shows, right?
Yes.
This is a requirement. This is a standard.
Even prospects coming in, they'll understand that.
What happens with these Negro clubs is you prospect.
What do you mean? I'm a Negro?
Yeah, these Negro clubs. You prospect for X amount of fucking time. It could be a month, 3 months. I don't know. And then if they just so happen to select you, then they give you the bylaws. Is that not ass backwards?
It's backwards because you really don't get. No, I can explain why. You really don't get, as a prospect, you get kind of like a prospect package. You don't get the club bylaws because it's not promised that you're going to stick with the club. So that means you got our bylaws. But
why? Why is that so secretive?
Different packet. It's a different packet. You got
why do you think they have temporary services and job? They hire you on a temporary basis.
But you get the full package when you get you get an employment package when you work as a temp. You get the full package.
I can use this as an example of my own. I used to give out when they was prospecting the whole package. And it wasn't guaranteed they stayed. As soon as they decided to get in the club and find out the information, they used that same prospect pack, that same bylaw packet, and started their club with it. And they just changed the name on the top.
Who cares? Why do you care?
I feel like, hey, you're going to use a piece of paper to start. That doesn't mean that you're going to be successful.
Correct.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't mean you can take this and start, but that's just saying that you don't have the structure, the mindset to create one of your own, which is cool with me. Go and do you, go be you, because once I see how you move, that already lets me know that I didn't want you a part of. It's not like we already exchanging money, anything that deep. Go ahead and take the paperwork. Whatever. Go ahead.
That's just like saying, "Oh, I got one to skip judge's sheet, so now I can fucking be skipped."
But I give that judge sheet out. I want people to use that as the criteria. But let me give you another answer to that question. Why I don't think you should get the full set of bylaws as a prospect. Like I just said with a temp service, when you go to a temp service and they send you to a business, you got to be suited and booted. You don't get company insurance until you get hired on permanent.
But you get the handbook.
You don't get what I'm saying is that's just
we talking about paper. We talking about bylaws and a handbook.
If I can't finish my answer, you don't get everything that a permanent employee got. That's my point.
Correct.
You don't get everything that the permanent employee got.
But
handbook is one thing. Those are rules. We're talking about bylaws now. That is a different set of things. When you become permanent, they're gonna say, "Here's your key. Here's your security code. Here's this." You don't get that as a temp. You come in when people are already there. That's what I consider bylaws to be. That's my point. You shouldn't. I don't give you everything when I first meet you. If we're dating, you're gonna have to learn that. It's a process. Then we get married, then we become one, or whatever the case may be. That's what I mean by that's what bylaws mean to me.
Let me compare it to maybe a sorority or fraternity. When you're online and you're trying to be a Kappa or a Q, they're gonna give you all this shit you need to learn, memorize before you're a Q. They give you all this knowledge.
Why if you don't learn it, you won't cross. They don't give it to you after. You got to know it before they cross you.
But I don't think that, as far as you want to talk about Greek and sororities, I don't think they are allowed to participate in some of the some of the rituals, not neophyte, but the older group, the older class. So they get a framework in order to operate, so they can know whether or not they got the pattern and the consistency, and start to learn about the club. Because if you flood all that stuff to one person and they got a full package, they kind of get overwhelmed. You help themselves ease into it.
So
I get what both of y'all saying. I get what both of y'all saying, but what most of these clubs, the majority of these clubs, are giving these prospects nothing, and all they're doing is adding them to GroupMe pages and putting prospect behind their name, and maybe putting a prospect decal on their car. They're not getting any.
I'll tell you this right now.
I can ask 5 people in the chat right now when that club was established, and they don't even fucking know.
Well, that's part of the problem. Look, for example, my club, right? My prospects, they do not have access to our main chat. It is what it is. Some people might ask that, hey, if you know that guy, or y'all can rotate knowledge or something, share contact information with each other. Once you go through that period, then you get access. But that access may be 3 months from now. If you're real serious and you following up and you actually showing leadership qualities, that might be 4 weeks.
That's different. Being in the prospect tag and being in the main chat.
What I just said. That's no different.
That's different.
How is it different from what I said?
I'm saying provide these Negro clubs prospects with the information that they need, that's necessary, and that's going to make them successful. That's what I'm saying. They're not getting that.
No.
And then when they cross over, they don't last.
What I think it is saying, how many times have you had the prospects come in and then you give them the bylaws and they're like, oh, hell no, I don't want to adhere to this. This ain't what I want to do. I think that you should provide them with that upfront. When they looking at, hey, you saying I got to do this, listen to this, do this. Some people don't want to do that. It's not.
You can make that choice.
I feel like you need to weed that out before, before you even become a prospect, I want you to see what this entails. See what you're getting yourself into, because you get them prospects, and after you give them that full package, they're like, oh, they might stay for a month or 2, but after that, this ain't it. This ain't real bad. Like, I'm not listening to this.
The thing about prospecting is the club, the intake guys or girls, whoever, got you in this position to see if you fit with them. After the prospect session is over, then they say, hey, look, this is how it's ran. This is what we go through. You've been great, this and that. Everybody thinks you'll be a good fit. This is what we expect. Now, all of the mandatory crazy stuff, I think that's kind of extreme. But it's just like saying when you meet a girl on the date, hey man, I make $150,000 a year. I'm willing to give up $20,000. What's up? No. If you're a paymaster, you're a paymaster, but you don't just lead with that. And that's what I mean by bylaws. I don't think they need everything until they show you that they're fit. That's just my point of view.
You are really, really old school, Skip.
Well, that's what your offices are for too.
Watch this. There's not a car club in Atlanta with more members than mine. Not one.
No, I'm not saying that.
No. You call it old school all you want. It works. And see, this is the problem. The new energy, this energy you giving, you want it to be right, and it's not. That's why all these new car clubs are blowing up, because that same energy you giving out now. You old school. This shit work. What about that part?
You think it works because it works for your club.
We got
that don't mean that it works for everybody.
137 members. We do.
That's great. But the car clubs are dying. So obviously they're not listening to people like you.
You call it what you want to. My
guess
car
what?
club is working.
Guess what they turned it into though? Let's see, street takeovers, mob mentality. That's why I call it mob mentality.
His mentality. Him. That stick, it ain't working, so we just go burn out and do stupid shit. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. It's me with that old school shit.
Wow.
No, I was giving a clap
Drea?
for Lady Dre. That one for you, Skip.
What's up, baby girl?
All right, lady, now we got Lady Dre in the building. Go ahead and tap in. I know you got a lot to say. Am I right or is Skip right?
Is we right?
I think that there's no right or wrong. I think that clubs can be what they're going to be for that specific entity. However, what works for one may not work for another. So to be set in the mindset that it all has to be this way, I don't necessarily agree with. So as long as structure is in place and people follow structure, as long as the facilitation of things are being done adequately, it'll work. There has to be structure. With no structure, then you have a social club. But it doesn't have to be so we gotta do it just like this.
Okay, I got a question.
I mean, you gotta have structure. If you don't, it's just gonna be a bunch of chaos.
Exactly.
Period.
We're saying structure.
Do any of you all know any I know about Knockout 360, right? He Lane Hogs. He's in North Carolina, and he got a Mopar club. Do anybody know a younger Mopar club and how they operate?
This one right here.
I've been around 10 years. It ran over 50 cars. So,
you were outlier then.
You're older club, Nighthawk.
But still, I'm about the last standing Mopar club in Atlanta, the full Mopar club.
Well, I'm in South Carolina. We don't have none of that. So I'm about to get on mute and listen. We don't have none of that. We just have regular car clubs and regular car clubs or regular cars. So y'all go ahead.
Okay. But go ahead with your point, Carnage.
No, my point is, from what I'm seeing with the younger people, right? Because of social media and the age of influence, no critical thinking skills. I'm not talking about everybody, but because of that mob mentality and the lack of, it ain't like the days before when we got so many car clubs to choose from as far as specific brands. So when I talk about like Challengers and Mopars, a lot of them, like around where I'm from, around here, brother, hey, they get to work, and I don't mean in a good way either. Lack of certain laws, skidding, burning out, acting a fool.
Right, but that's horsepower. That's youth that wants to, express themselves because they got a haircut, because they got a little bit of money, because they think they can drive. But we're talking about the structure now, and without structure, without bylaws, without a set way to do things, like the young lady said, it's going to be chaos. It's going to be one of those things that, man, I don't even want to come on the scene no more, man. Every time I come on with these dudes shooting rocks all on my car, ain't no control, no nothing else. And this is what car clubs, if car clubs had structure, then you know what? We just going to leave them over there and we're going to go do this.
Right.
But you can also learn. You can learn by the OG clubs. When I first came in, it was like Impala Nation, all them, and you take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and then you put all yours together, and then it's still structured.
But you have to be a leader on top of doing all of that. People they're gonna have to want to follow somebody that they can trust. You know what? He ain't gonna run us off a cliff, or she ain't gonna do this. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that fall into order, but to make the statement, "Oh, you just old school, you stuck in your ways," it works. Now, if it's not for you, man, hey, holler at you. But what you will not do is take the heart of what we've created, not just me, what me and the other guys that helped found the club created, and go try to make something and mess it up. So go on about your business. So if somebody called me and say, man, is Mark a good fit, for my sound? No, man, I think he'll cancel. That's the same thing I would tell Mark, though. I wouldn't just be whispering or trying to hate. I'd give the honest truth, because you came over here to shit on people, and now you want me he probably won't put me down as a reference, and this is hypothetical, but that's what we need, because with this car club hopping, that cancer is like COVID. When it gets in there, now you got to get rid of it, and it done affecting everybody else, and now you got, all this stuff breaking up. And with old school clubs, with stuff with old school rules and bylaws, that shit don't happen. You don't get to join my club because you got $100,000 more part.
It's getting hard to hop around now. Most of these Negroes have already hopped around. Ain't nobody left.
I feel like questions should be asked if they're doing all this club hopping. Then they need to ask the previous club what happened to this person trying to come to my club. So why did they leave? What's the issue of why did they leave?
That's part of what the PRO should be doing. That's part of what the intake, whoever's the intake for each club, or even the president. Nighthawk should call me and say, "Hey, Skip, man, dude was in your club, man, and he ain't got music no more. He want to join our club. Was there an issue with him leaving?
Was there an issue?
No,
right.
no, he just got out of it." I'm gonna be honest with him, because I don't want to see his club fail because I wouldn't share information. Because it's a simple, hey man, you know what, dog, big dog, we good, man. We're gonna keep it moving, man. Peace out to you. But you accept the men because they got a name and they got a following, or the girls like them, or you like the girl, or whatever the case, and they input their poison. You've seen it, Mark. I know you've seen it firsthand.
Absolutely.
That car club hopping.
You gotta let that go too. You just, because it can be turned back. Oh, you just hating on that person if you really tell the truth. So sometimes I just say, hey, it's your fit. If they fit for your club, go ahead and take them. Because if you tell sometimes what they really do, they'll be like, oh, you just hating on that person, this, and third.
And guess what? They can call me that. Everybody on this panel, with the exception of Carnage, we've talked, one-on-one about something, an issue, maybe not their issue, but an issue out in the car world about something we've seen, how we would have handled it. I'm the same Skip, dog. What I say once, I say twice. And if you had to leave my club, whether we put you out or whether you left, and somebody say, "Hey, Skip, man, what happened with him?" Now, if it's personal, no, never would go that route. But you think he'd be a good fit for our club? Dog, I don't know about that, but this is what happened over here. Call me a hate all you want to. I love the car scene, not just my car club. I tell people all the time, why your car club gonna come out? They're a car audio club, dog. This is about the car world. I separate the two. My club is not gonna come because they can't play music like they want to. But I'm gonna be there, representing the car scene. So if I don't care about the car scene enough to say, hey, Drill not gonna be a good fit, big dog. She a cancer. In my opinion. You asked me, I'm giving you my opinion.
If you're a younger person, man or woman, and you struck off on your own, whether you split off or you starting fresh, and they came to you and they asked you about Gerald or whatever, and you said he wasn't a good fit, but I only got 4 members. The likelihood of me saying, fuck it. Right? I'm still going to take Gerald.
100% correct. But guess what I did? I gave you the right information. So when your club implodes and you be like, God damn, Skip, man, I can't believe that new dog. You asked me, but he fed you a whole different bowl of cereal and you ate it. That's your fault.
But it happens all the time. And a lot of these
every single week.
I'm just gonna be honest, a lot of these Negroes is full of shit when they be talking about quality over quantity. They looking for numbers. Everybody is.
Kalila Saleh. I know her.
They wouldn't be pressuring people to come out to all these events for whatever, however many events a month, and they wouldn't be looking for these numbers if it was really quality over numbers. Tell me I'm lying.
But that's the thing.
I'm not talking about anybody specific.
Right. But everybody wants everything right now. They don't want to build it. You heard what Queen Kong said when her truck was tan and it had all the logos, it was cool. But when she transformed it and made it into, I don't think it is what it was now, what it is now then. But when that thing started popping and it wasn't just like everybody wanted it, the envy and the jealousy came out. It was always there. It was always there. So this is part of running an organization.
I got you.
You run a multi-million-dollar business. What you do, Mark? I bet you know who to put on the cash register and who not to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Same thing.
Absolutely.
Same thing.
Let me switch gears. Do we think? All right, let me break this down because we got folks like Queen Khan in the building. Shout out. We got Carnage, Black Panther Corvette. Shout out. Do we think that and don't take this the wrong way. I know everybody think I'm probably talking about people specifically, and I'm totally not. But if the shoe fits, fucking wear it.
That's some shit I would say.
Are the elite builds that have came out in the last 4 years killing clubs? Meaning, let me break it down. Meaning, before the playing field was a lot more level, and the access for people to get in the club was easier. Now it's like, oh shit, I gotta do that. I'm cool, bro. I'll just go back to work and I'll spend my weekend chasing hoes and going to the club. Like I look at Queen Kong shit, and if she was in a club and I got a truck with 2 15s in it, you want me to do that? Oh nah, bro, I'm good.
But hold on. Now your question, I guess it's double-edged because there ain't gonna be but 2 or 3 trucks like hers, period. I don't care what you got. The vision to build that, the money and everything else, it still takes time. She didn't do that shit in a week. You know, the other people I know with vehicles like that didn't do it in a week. So if you go to a club with a stock truck and see hers and think that's what's expected of you, then you're in the wrong.
Right.
But hold on. You gotta also have those people that aren't cocky. Because correct. Hey, you come in, I don't care if you got 2 12s. I bet that shit hit. Let me hear it. Let me get a demo. Let's do this. What questions you got? I'm never the type to make you feel like, you know, so I'm saying as if I was in a club, I want you to feel that way. I want you to feel welcome, like, hey, everybody got their own time, everybody got their own budget. This wasn't built, like you said, overnight. But it's some people that have that cocky, like, yeah, you can't ride with us unless it's
There are clubs like that here that we know personally that your car has to be complete, and you have to continually upgrade said car to stay in those clubs. So what he's saying has merit, but in the grand scheme of things, if you want to go to, we're going to use About That Life, so we don't point no fingers. But if you want to go to About That Life and he got 30 cars and all 30 of them are just $100,000 bills, if you ain't got $100,000 to get on that level, why in the fuck you want to go there? just to be mentioned in that, you know what I mean? You know for a fact that this club only has elite cars. Why you want to join that club?
But I'm saying the gap from 10 years ago to now is way bigger. To get to where some of these clubs were 10 years ago to where you came in stock, way smaller. Now it's like what the fuck? That's SEMA. That's some of these cars on SEMA level. That's crazy.
You got to go to SEMA. It'll change your mind.
We don't require that. I mean, we require you have an Impala, yes, and we accept 96 and up, but we encourage upgrades. But we're not asking nobody to break their pockets for upgrades either. We don't do that. We don't do that.
But to follow up what Mark's saying, there are car clubs like that. There are car clubs that tell you from the jump, this is what we expect. And if you can't do it, you can't be here. And the gap has gotten wider from back in the day to now. When people see trucks like Queen Kong's, they automatically assume it's $500,000 in a truck. Not saying it's not over all of the stuff that she's done over all the years, but they think, oh, I got to do this to be on her level. It's hard to get to that level. I don't care if you got the money. It's hard to get to the level of where she is now, even with the money, because there's a lot of other stuff that go with it. Personality, attitude, and are you approachable? Will you talk? Will you give somebody some knowledge? All of that stuff plays a part in having those vehicles too, because you can have one and nobody don't fuck with you.
Mm-hmm. And in all honesty, some of these clubs, like, and this is no shot, what I'm saying, if you find out some of these other clubs may be participating in a certain show or whatever, you might not even participate.
Know your audience.
Yeah. You just not.
Say it
You gonna
again,
know your
Nighthawk.
audience.
Know
Yeah.
your audience. Because I have a club.
Bro.
Yeah, I have a club, and if I know my cars and my members can't compete, and they're gonna come out and spend their $100, $50, and I know they're gonna lose, we're not gonna go because I'm not gonna set you up for failure. Whether you
Thank you for being honest. That is the most honest shit all night.
Me personally, I don't fix up my car like I used to. So certain shows I don't go to. If I know these big wigs coming, no, if I come, I'm just gonna support you, but I'm not finna enter, and then my feelings gonna be hurt. It's just point
Please
blank.
say me.
It just go back to what Skip said. Know your audience. Know your
Exactly.
audience.
But now watch this.
I mean, but let's get to the point where most of these shows, you're getting elite clubs or a lot of elite cars that are coming, and it's driving away entry to the game, and it's driving away car club creation.
Now, the local shows, and when I say local, I mean car shows where the maximum number of entries might be 60 cars. And that's on the big end for local shows. If you have elite cars, you might have 4 or 5.
See, still
there's always more than 4 or 5 trophies. You get what I'm saying? Now, if you go to a Whips by Wade show where you got cars coming from all 5, 6 surrounding states, and you just got a box Chevy with a paint job, you better park it in the parking lot. You know your audience, because all these guys are trailering these cars in. These cars, they don't drive them nowhere but on the trailer. And
you better play like you getting gas, nigga. I was just getting gas.
No, just come to look and get some inspiration. That's what you go to those shows for. Like Nighthawk said, don't set yourself up for failure. If you got in your mind that your 96 2000 Crown Vic can sit beside Blade's 392 Challenger and challenge for a trophy, not just the best in show trophy, something wrong with you.
Right.
So you're setting yourself up for failure also. So as a leader, what he just said should speak volumes to how his club is ran. I'm not going to set y'all up for failure. Y'all want to go? We're going to go support. We ain't even pay that entry fee, dog. It don't make sense for us to do it knowing we ain't gonna get a second glance. That's what leadership is also. So if you don't prospect and learn this, or don't see it before you even decide to prospect with them. Lady Icon said something earlier in the thing, and I wanted to harp on it. I mentioned something. She said that's what we do. If you don't learn from each individual club, like Nighthawk said, and take bits and pieces of it and grow yours or make yours better, then you're gonna stay stagnant. You just are. So like now, set yourself up for failure you want to. I'll be the one with the microphone talking about, I don't even know why you had a dog.
Exactly.
Hold on. Okay. Like you say, know your audience. So I want to tell you. So it could have been given or it could have been not. So I like to go and I like to bring the party. I like to bring the fun to the shows because maybe a little quiet, a little whatever. So when Bilek had this short bed showdown, I don't have a short bed. You know what I'm saying? But I did pay that entry fee and everything else just to be there to show something different.
But you didn't go there with the expectation of winning.
Huh?
Your mindset is completely different. You didn't go there with the expectation of winning. You went there to bring the crowd, to bring the hype, the fun, and everything else. That is completely different than what he's talking about.
I got you. Okay. Yeah. So hold on. Let me bring up one more thing. Now, there is an elite car club in the South Carolina area. Like I brought up earlier, they have a rule that if you don't get along with somebody, I'm not going to go support their show. So the rest of y'all can't go.
Oh,
they
that's
do that.
Normal.
I've
heard
normal.
that.
Yeah, it's here in Atlanta too.
Normal.
Yes, it's here. Yeah.
Listen, I had a female walk up to me, Queen Gong, and tell me, I had a female walk up to me at a car show and tell me, you don't like women. That's why we don't like you. Bitch, what? I'm married to a woman. I ain't calling her a bitch because I don't say that to women.
I don't understand that. That's why I say sometimes these car clubs, some of the car clubs have a follower syndrome, because you're not going to tell me I'm not going to go support somebody who I don't have a problem with. I don't have a problem.
It's some Negroes right now. They won't come to this show because they don't like how this nigga judge.
Hey, Skip, we got to go back to the story. When we judge, when I first, you keep thinking I met you, I don't know. When I first met you at the Make Athens show, I said, hey, my truck door got the close and opening, so the little part right here rubbing. Skip said to me, I got to judge everything. That's cool, that's cool.
Now, that didn't mean she didn't win. That don't mean she didn't win at that show. It just means that I want you to understand, yes, I see it. Thank you for mentioning it, but I still got to judge everything.
Right, but it wasn't.
There have been 30 other holes out there that was just as clean. Then she wouldn't have won if they'd have been just as clean as her.
But it wasn't no issue because we saw each other, and it wasn't like, oh man, he judged me, I ain't win, or nothing like that. It was never. It was. I'm just not that type to to be so hard set, because like I say, I like to go to have fun, because a lot of times it's been taken away from these car shows. So I want to go have fun. I want to bring the fun. Maybe I'm gonna climb on top of my truck and then my knees hurt later, but I want to make sure everybody, what I'm saying, everybody has fun, So I think it's really getting away from the fun aspect. I would say the competition, because the competition is needed, but some shows, like you say, local shows, the competition is too much. It's like divided, like you say, games. Like they purposely bring in drama for the show to pop. You know what I'm saying? It takes away from an actual show when we were going 10, 15 years ago. Hey, yeah, I'm coming to compete, but hey, I'm cool with them. It's fine. Now you compete, you lose after a show, you block the next day. Because you won.
Not blocked.
Because you won, and you it ain't like you judge yourself. You block, it's done. Friendship gone.
What'd you say earlier, Mark? People will come to my show because of what? Because of the way I judge.
Because of the way this nigga judge. Like when Franklin say, because you don't like the way a nigga talk.
but now what, I ain't gonna throw no shots. I'm gonna say this. At one point in time, I was judging almost every single car show every week. In my opinion, the main reason is I wasn't currying no favors. The best 20 cars, 25 cars, or whatever were gonna win, regardless of who they were. If your car wasn't clean, I don't give a damn whose it was. You didn't win. And then
regardless if you saw them last weekend.
Right. And then it got to the point to where, oh, I ain't win because he don't like me. Now that's where the envy and the jealousy came. But it took off like a virus. People thought, oh yeah, we heard you don't like women. We heard this, we heard that. Okay, well, believe it. When I said, okay, now I'm gonna charge the judge. Now I'm charging y'all to judge. And they hired somebody else. Guess what the argument was the following Monday? Boy, Skip wouldn't have did that. Wait a minute. Didn't you say? Well, did you like yeah. So it's what it is. And like I said, I tell them all the time.
I sat back and watched that shit happen for years. People complain about his judging since being on this podcast, which is now almost 6 years. I've seen people complain, and we would attend shows, and then we would see the ceremony, and then you could just watch it happen. Just soon as all the trophies go out, you could just see them scurrying around like.
But people don't have that mindset. Hey, Skip, I could have easily said it at the show. I could have been like, Skip. I said people don't have that grown mindset. I could have easily said that at that show. I could have been like, nah, he with them and them. I don't. You know what I'm saying? And I could have easily started that. But you have to be grown to realize, to understand, you're not going to win everything. You're not going to.
That's right.
You popping here, you're not popping there. It's different quality. It's different levels.
We had a guy on from Florida. I think he might have been in the comments. And we were talking about how the different areas and cultures and states judge. Here, our judge was in front of me. I think we had a guy from the Carolinas. I don't know which one, but I think, and a guy from Florida, he said it's a popularity contest here. He said, the more popular you are, you're going to win. I hate to say it like that, but that's what it is at these shows down here, and everybody knows it. So if that's what you want, say that. But don't bring Skip into it. I'm from Florida. I don't like that shit. The best car should win. The best truck or bike or whatever should win. And if that's what you're looking for, then go where they do that at. But then you're going to get there and realize you're not as popular there as you are where you came from. So, you know, it's damn it.
We need to start this whole, I mean, we all need to get each other in with this car show review, because y'all got to stop that. Y'all killing the culture. You have to stop that with the popularity and the pop-up car shows, or you wasn't thinking about a car show last weekend. Now a flyer pop up, it's a car show this weekend. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Like, the flyer wasn't out there last weekend, 2 weekends ago, a month ago. Bam, let me throw a car show right quick.
Yeah.
No.
But you know, Carter said that, you know, if there's no way to run things, then it's gonna be chaotic and crazy. And then what? You're gonna have pop-ups. You know, people, like you just said about the pop-up car shows. That's what's happening. So if people don't say, and I preach this on this podcast a lot, if people don't say, hey man, who is that? Why are we going over there? He or she ain't been to nothing. So we're gonna break our neck and go give them this money, and then they're gonna take it and run and do whatever. So until we as an organization get that through our heads, and organization, I mean all the car clubs, then it's gonna keep being that way. People are still gonna be leeches to the car scene.
Another thing I forgot to add before I forget, another thing, the difference between 10 years ago and today, it was way more DIY. Like, it was way more, hey, Clarence, I'll be over there at 5. We gonna put this wrap on, and we finna change this tire. We about to.
Do you remember the spray wrap? Remember the spray wrap?
We finna dip your wheels. We finna do this. You can't DIY no trunk build. That's the level of these elite cars. You cannot DIY trunk builds, these hood builds, these undercarriages, all of these lights. We done seen folks' cars get set on fire with some of these DIY lights.
Yes.
Especially when they start.
They don't know what they're doing.
With them ring lights and shit.
Check it out.
No,
look,
the game is different.
My background is electrical. So me being the president, I didn't broke my first engine down to the block and build it back up. So my perspective on that, I go to my members, I say, hey, you know, stuff that I'm doing, I'm gonna give it to y'all. I ain't gonna let nobody know, you know, during the off season. If you need help with something, here go a website. You need something changed, I'm over there. That's my mindset, and they appreciate that. You know, I kind of give them inspiration. So, but that's not everybody, because you said, like you said, the stakes are higher.
But these real deal custom modified.
Yeah, that's professional.
Mirrors,
yeah, no doubt about it.
This shit is off the chain now.
But you know, not to knock nobody that puts big, long money into their car. Most of these guys, they build these cars because their vision is to make it the best of whatever their best car possible. So I don't hate them because they're doing it, because that's just the level they decided to go to. Like what she did. She jumped from C to A, you know, doing what she did, you know, when she did it. So when people say, oh man, it must took you forever. Well, yeah, it took a lot of planning, a lot of money and everything else, but nothing's overnight. So when you get these mega bills that you're talking about, Mark, it's what it is. Everybody ain't going to do it. I don't care. If you hit the lottery, you still might not be able to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
you might pay somebody to get close, but
a lot of people just can't afford it. And a lot of these people are in the game because of the love of it. They love the culture. They love the people. They love the camaraderie, you know, the social stuff, all of that. You know, it's some cool shit. Most people, we see people every season that have never seen what we do. And it's normal for us, right? Mm-hmm. Every season, you see that light in their eyes and they go, this is amazing. And you go, man, we've been doing this shit forever. Right? So I think we really take for granted what we have, and it affects the way we treat people.
I also think that there's levels. I say it all the time. There's levels to it. You know, we're fortunate that we can flow amongst all the levels at Atlanta CarCast. So we've been to lowrider shows, old school shows, urban shows. We've been to shows in other cities. We've been to shows that have a mix. We've been to shows up north. We've been to drift
F
shows.
body,
We've been to
F body,
we've
C body, this body.
we have really kind of cultivated being a part of every genre of the scene, not just, you know, the urban scene, but everybody's taste is different. So a lot of the conversation that I have with people independently is, I don't know why you do that with those people. It's kind of like, you can't say that if you've never talked to those people before. You know what I
Those
mean?
people.
I don't want to be specific, you know, because
I
this
got you.
person named a specific group of people. And I was offended. I was offended because I felt like they looked at the cars, because that's not the kind of car that they like specifically, and just judged the whole group of people. And I just don't feel like you can do that, because we have seen the highs, the lows, the ups, the downs, the in-betweens with every kind of car you could possibly think of. And so for a person to just come to one event and say, I don't know why you deal with them people, is really short-sighted and narrow-minded, when there's this huge, vast plethora of genres within the community. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just important for us to kind of grasp it all.
I think the word they used was dusty ass niggas, but go ahead.
Well, no, actually, TJ, you
It
kind
must
of
be in the room with you.
that point. It's actually on levels with that as far as your place in the car club.
That too. And
to
that
another
too.
club.
That too. I agree. And we talk about that all the time, that there are levels. And a lot of times people don't realize the level that they're on, and they get upset at certain people winning. It's like, oh, they always win. You're not on that level though. You might have won over there, because
That's a mouthful. Oh,
you
that's a
might have won.
mouthful right
You
there.
might have won over there because you were the best, or you know, they didn't have a
You're
whole
big
lot of
fish in a small pond, and you
Yeah,
came to a
I
bigger
mean,
pond and realized it's bigger fish.
I've judged car shows, thanks to Skip being my mentor, where I had a hard time. They had trophies with a lot of people. I couldn't even give out 20. So you might have won. You might have won over there. You can come over here. You're not going to win nothing. And I'm just, is that not real?
Very real. Very,
Yeah.
very. You have to get outside of what you're used to, especially going to these. This is what I'm gonna call it. These hood car shows. You know, when I took my truck up to Slamology, that was my first year. Slamology has everything, and I was so overwhelmed. I wouldn't say overwhelmed, but I was just I didn't know what to stop and look. You know, the fellas came from California with the lowriders. They coming through. You got lifted trucks over here. You got audio over here. You got old schools over here. You have so much. And in my eyes, the people that come to Slamology, everything was immaculate.
Yes.
Like they have a strip in Slamology that you ride around. Like you just during the show, they have the vendors. They have their own area, but they have a loop that you can just drive around all day, just to show off your, you know. I'm just looking at everything like.
But now this is at a racetrack, y'all. She talking about the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the huge racetrack like Atlanta Motor Speedway.
It was just so much to look at. But you can't come from South Carolina and you popping and think you about to pop over here. Oh no.
Yeah, it's like Motorama.
No,
If anybody's been to Motorama, in
that.
Atlanta, that's a huge show.
Yep.
That's an elite major show at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And if you haven't competed in that, you really can't tell me nothing, because it's some heat.
That's what I'm saying. Like people, you got to get out of your own. That's what I started noticing. I don't enter car shows anymore. I just like I said, go to have fun, but to travel more and to see different and the level of what things are. If you aren't ready to break out and do that, you're going to be stuck in that mindset of when you lose, it's a problem.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, we've seen garages that have 6, 7, 8 award-winning cars in it.
Yeah.
People's personal garages. Personal garages that have 6, 7, 8 award-winning cars in it. And it's like when you get to that level, then maybe you could say, damn, I didn't win. But we haven't seen a whole lot of people that have that.
No.
Am I lying?
No. I couldn't talk when I went in that man garage. He was like, "Yeah, I don't even move them. You don't move them, but then he crunk them right up." I'm still blown away just thinking about them cars. I told him he got to adopt me or something. I got to drive.
Was it in North Carolina? I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yes, it was in North Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
South Carolina.
Yep.
This man had some Mustangs that you could eat an egg off of.
That's as soon as you said that. I say, was it in North Carolina? Yes.
South Carolina, Charleston.
Oh, South Carolina. Okay.
So it wasn't near the built. It wasn't near the built. No. So it wasn't North. Okay. There's one in North Carolina.
It's her relative. It's her relative. He's an older gentleman, but when I tell you
in Charleston.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, he goes to the older school car. He got a car for your ass. It don't matter. You want the new Camaro?
He has a brand new C8. He had just bought that. What was that? A 2023 C8 when we saw him?
The Z06, the first
one
of the
Z06,
first
okay.
C8s to come out.
Yeah.
And it was just sitting in his garage waiting for him to touch it. I'm like, wait a minute, they just made them cars. Yep, I still got.
It still had the paper tag on it.
Like what? Yeah, he
go drive around Charleston since it's only an hour away. And
he don't know.
I'll tell him you coming. If you want to go see him, I'll tell him you coming. He would definitely let you.
Yeah, but if you ride by his house, you wouldn't see none of his cars. He built the garage. It's air cooled. It's climate controlled. Ain't no dust in this garage.
That man had everything. He had everything.
We could do a show. If we go back, we're gonna do a podcast from his garage.
Let me know when y'all
Let's
come up.
Call him and do it. Let's do it. That's nothing. Actually, I'm gonna see him, Mark. We're gonna see him in 2 weeks. We're gonna see him next weekend.
At the family reunion.
You know what he gonna tell me? I can drive one of them. Don't play with me. No, but he got some nice shit. He and his son, like he ain't interested.
So we're gonna switch gears. We're gonna switch gears because we run out of time. We appreciate the feedback. But the man of the hour right here, Mr. Skip, he's gonna tell y'all because Sunday is the big day, y'all. I'll give you a drum roll, but I ain't even gonna bother you with the drum roll.
No,
so let's talk about it. For the people that's the back row Baptists, they ain't heard about this super mega show. Take it away, Jack.
Battle for the Rings, guys and girls. This is the 5th iteration of it. I started in 2016. We fell off because of financial issues, came back in 21, and have done it consistently since. This is the 5th version of it. I give away Super Bowl size rings once a year. Battle for the Rings, there's 45 plus of these rings that I've given away. There are no categories in my car shows. The top 45 plus people will win a ring. That's the bottom line. The entry is $50. Spectator fee is $5. I give away a 5-foot largest car club trophy, a 4-foot best of show trophy, along with the rings, to those individual winners. It's going to be at Tire Discounters at 1860 Georgia 20, Conyers, Georgia. The show is from 1 to 6. Again, if you have not experienced my car show, the Battle for the Rings, you guys come out and just look at some of the cars that's going to be there. Look at how it's ran, judge me, judge the show, do whatever, but just come out and support. Support is not always monetary. I tell people that 1,000 ways, but again, it's appreciated, but it's not always necessary. So if you guys want to come out and have fun, see some different bills, because I got people coming from the Carolinas. Hopefully this young lady in the bottom right corner right here also, but if not, see you next time. But I got people coming from all over, not like a stunt fest or nothing, but it's going to be a pretty decent show. So that's what's going on this Sunday, $50 to enter. I do not need any more vendors. So if you're looking to come then it will not happen at my show because we don't want to crush the lot with vendors. So that's it. Yeah. Also, I'm going to do a raffle bag. I was thinking about putting one of my rings in the bag for the raffle, but the rings, I've been told by people that I've told this in the past that the rings are exclusive. You need to win it. I will have a version of the ring, which is the necklace I have made for people that help me. It's just like the top of the ring. That will be in the bag. I will have some other swag, T-shirts, coasters, etc. in the bag, and I will be selling raffle tickets for that at the show. I will be able to show you guys what's in the bag at the show. So If you guys come, appreciate it. If not, see you next time. Boom, boom, boom. And this,
let's see the ring. You got to see the ring.
This, okay, I'll tell you what. I tell people this is the size of a Super Bowl ring. This is my wedding ring. This is a size 13.
Big ass hand.
Call it what you want to. This is the actual ring. That's the bottom of it. Let me take it off. But
Bling,
this
bling.
is the actual ring.
Every time I come around your city, bling bling.
That's one side of it. That's the other side of it. This is the bottom of it.
How many of those you giving away?
45.
45.
Minimum, at a minimum, I have 50 total, but 45 are going to be
Which 15 of y'all in the chat coming to get a ring? Which 15? Which 15?
Rings in the chat. Goalkeeper want to get him one. I know. I know James want him one. I know. Lady Icon want one. I know. Lady Drea want one. I know. Icon King want one. I know.
Miss Deadpool,
he
you
brings
coming?
T-shirts. Give the king a ring.
But again, ladies and gentlemen, it's a fun show, man. I don't. Any show I've been to, any show I've helped with, host with, whatever, we keep the BS to a minimum. You know, the riffraff, I will not allow them there. We're gonna have fun.
My bike down the street. I'm gonna ride my bike. I'm gonna ride my bike down the street.
If you ride that bike down the street, I'll let you pick the ring you want, but you got to ride it.
What you mean? Pick the ring I want? They all the same, right?
She ain't gonna make it. She ain't
gonna make it. She ain't gonna ride up the subdivision.
I don't think I'm gonna make it. I ain't gonna make it down the street. I know. Okay, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the bike. I'm gonna put the bike in the car, and then I'm gonna get out at the Quick Trip, and I'm gonna ride it.
You weren't supposed to tell the secret.
I know where she live. No. Anyway, see y'all Sunday. But we're gonna have a ball out there, man. For everybody that don't know, when I had the rings on earlier, these are the ones from the previous years, and y'all can see how big they were. This was the very first one, and it's the size of a class ring. This one on this finger, and these are all different versions, different colors: yellow gold, rose gold, silver, or white gold, so to speak. None of them are real gold or silver, so don't take that and run with it. But that's what they were in the years past. So boom, there you go. Those are the 4. And again, this one is number 5.
What's up, brother?
Skip, I got a question.
Yes.
If I don't bring the bike.
Oh my God. I'm about to drop her.
But if I bring a tricycle and a saw mask, could I do that?
Are you done? Are you done?
That's a good one.
I might be able to get. I could fit that in the car. I could fit the tricycle in the car and put on a side mask and.
The lie. There you go. This bitch. I'm telling you.
I can't fit a tricycle in the car. I can.
All right. Okay. For everybody that's listening, motorcycles are welcome. Yes. Trucks are welcome. Regular crotch rockets are welcome. Everybody gets judged the exact same while I'm judging their vehicle. There's no, well, you know what? If we got 50 cars, the bikes don't stand a chance. No, that's not the case. If your car is if your vehicle is a winning vehicle, I will notice it. More than likely, it will win. So don't think it's favoritism because it's not. Yes, ma'am.
See, the people with cars don't want the people with bikes to come because then that's going to take away from their chances to win.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Do y'all have any audio restrictions?
Yes, I'm putting the restrictions out there because I'm not sure how loud and long we can play. What I mean is, if you were to bring your truck, I would let you demo a song or two, then we would turn it off. And you mingle and do whatever, but it won't be continuous demos out there. I have room for it. Don't get me wrong, but there's businesses around, and I know what base vehicles do to businesses, to the stuff on the wall. And I don't want that issue to arise. So because there's businesses all the way around where we're going to be. So yes, I will let guys demo, but it will be very controlled. Guys and girls, I apologize for that. I don't want
Okay.
you to get mad at me. But yes, there are music restrictions. No loud packs. No loud packs at all. So ain't nobody
No
gonna be out
loud
there with a tailgate screaming and doing all that. No, sir. I have you can have it. Don't get me wrong. You got it. I know you got it. And when you turn it on, it'll be for those couple of songs or whatever the case may be. But I won't run people off just because I like loud music.
Right.
Because everybody doesn't like it. So I got to cater to the whole car show.
Understood.
So again, Battle for the Rings. This is going down this Sunday. Gates open up at 12. You can come early if you like. We will be there. You miss it, you're gonna miss a good one. Show starts at 1, ends at 6. Judging probably will be promptly at 5-ish. This is at Tire Discounters, 1860 Highway 20 in Conyers, Georgia, on the east side. Are we still accepting vendors? No, vendors are all locked. You missed your chance. You done missed out. So yeah, it's going down. Battle for the Rings, Part 5, this Sunday. Be there or be square. Don't forget about the 22nd, which is not. That's the same Sunday, right?
It's next
That's
Sunday.
next
No,
weekend.
it's not the same Sunday. Is it?
The
Are you
22nd is next week. It's next Sunday, not
He
Sunday.
need glasses. He can't think or
Can't see.
read.
It's the West Side
Told you
Car
can't see.
Meet from 11 to 3. It's for exotics, classics, old schools, imports, Euro, American muscle, off-road, overland, motorcycles, and trucks. They didn't miss nothing. But it's in collaboration with Southern Classic Riders. Food trucks will be on site, 135 Riverside Parkway, Mableton, Georgia. The website you can reach them at is recatl.com/events. Loud revving, burnouts, and reckless driving will not be tolerated. It doesn't say anything about an entry fee, so I'm assuming. I'm not going to assume. It doesn't say it. Go on the website. It'll let you know everything you need to know. Again, that website is recatl.com/events.
There you go. There you go. And don't
Boom.
forget this Sunday, Battle for the Ring. No, I'm fucking with you. Go ahead.
All right. Living It Up Car Club presents Wheels of Horror Car Show, October the 26th, 2024. That is 2 weeks away. It's going to be at Jimmy's. Oh, October. Damn, my bad. That's Halloween, actually. But anyway, it's going to be at Jimmy's Tequila and Carnes. That's 6365 Peachtree Industrial Boulevard in Doraville, Georgia. They will have a top 25 best of show, largest cash donation. A largest cash donation? Oh, okay, but that's what they're going to have. Largest cash donation by club or individual award. So they're accepting cash donations. Whoever gives the most is going to win an award. That's what that means. Okay.
Proceeds go to the Children's Center for Hope and Healing. So.
Okay, there we go. So the proceeds will go to the Children's Center for Hope and Healing. So y'all get them digging them pockets deep. Best Halloween display, children costume contest, adult costume contest, music entertainment, games for all, truck or treats. The load in, I guess, is at 1 o'clock. Show starts at 3 till 9. Registration $30 for car, $25 for motorcycle, $25 for bike, and the pedal cars. No.
Mm-hmm.
Bike,
like
pedal cars, $20. So they got categories for y'all. General admission is a cash donation. In other words, spectators, give them a couple of dollars because all the proceeds go to Children's Center for Hope and Healing. Again, this is Living It Up Car Club, Will's Horror Car Show on Halloween. Boom.
Like that.
All right. Chills and thrills, welcome About That Life Car Club at Legion Field. In conjunction with the Cool Kids of Atlanta. Is it Cool Kids of Atlanta?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
In conjunction with Cool Kids of Atlanta, About That Life Car Club, they are having a Halloween extravaganza / trick or treat at Legion Field on October the 26th. It starts at 7 p.m. I believe there's another one I need to read about vendors and everything else. Is there another one?
This with the Atlanta CarCast too.
Okay, Atlanta Car in conjunction. I apologize for forgetting us. Atlanta CarCast, along with About That Life, along with Atlanta CarCast, will be at Legion Field helping with this extravaganza. There will be show cars out with the trick or treats. There will be all kinds of scary houses, rides, I'm assuming jumping houses, events, games, and stuff for the kids to do starting at 7 p.m. on the 26th. And if you can put the other thing on the screen.
And they have also added a trunk or treat to this too.
All right. The setup times are on the, so it's a 2-day event. On the 25th, the setup starts at 4 o'clock.
No, it's not 2-day, but for people that are, so people are really putting up haunted houses in the park.
Okay, gotcha.
Installations. So go ahead.
All right. So the setup starts at 4 o'clock on the 25th if you have to build something or bring something big, you know, that takes a little time to set up. But the show itself is on the 26th. The setup begins that morning at 9 o'clock, and everything must be in place by 5 o'clock. The participant requirements are all props and setups must be secure to prevent accidents. Lighting is required around each area for visibility. Teams must be fully set up by 5 p.m. on October the 26th. No late entries allowed. Vehicles involved in the event.
I think what they mean is they have to provide the power via generator. I don't think they're saying lighting is required, meaning they don't provide the power, right?
No, it says it. Lighting is required around each area for visibility.
I get that part.
So by it being Halloween, even though you know you want to make everything dark because it's scary, we want to make sure the kids and whoever is safe so they don't trip over stakes and ropes and everything else that's holding your stuff in place.
Okay.
That's what I'm assuming that means. But okay, vehicles involved in the event must have Halloween themed decorations. In other words, if you're doing a trunk or treat like we do every year with all the different places we go to do trunk or treats, open your trunk up, put your spider webs in your trunk, decorate it like you're supposed to. That's what they mean by vehicles involved. Cleanup is mandatory. Participants are responsible for cleaning their areas after the event. Movement restrictions. No cars or vendors will be allowed to move out of the area until the event concludes. So if you're kind of like a Nighthawk club where the whole club is involved and they use their vehicles to help with how they do build their thing, those vehicles will not be able to move until the event ends. So if you think that you may have to leave, you better bring another car or don't use your car. Use another member's car. Sign up deadline, October the 1st, via email at d.powell@ckcinc.org. That's Cool Kids. What CKC? Yeah, okay. CKC Incorporated, Inc.org. Participants must be on the list to gain entry. Now that means don't bring your ass up there Saturday or Friday or whenever the setup is talking about, man, I forgot the email. Can we? Nope. They run a tight ship. It is a very big show. And when I say very big show, I'm talking about hundreds of cars. We went last year and it blew our mind about the participation they had for a trunk or treat. So if y'all don't believe me, come out and check it out. The theme is thriller. The car clubs must provide at least 15 bags of candy and dress for the theme. How do you gonna force everybody to be thriller? But anyway, that's what the thing say.
I don't think you got to necessarily be a thriller theme, but you got to be a Halloween theme. You know, you got to be haunted theme. Got to be scary.
It's like a scary house thing.
Yeah.
Haunted graveyard, like stuff like that.
All right. The vendors for Chills and Thrills trunk or treat. The vendor fee is $100 plus candy to distribute to participants visiting your vendor station. The payment methods are Zelle or Cash App to 404-732-5419. The Cash App is $CKCINC. All fees must be received.
Hold on, real quick. Anybody that's really trying to load up on candy, I'm doing something different this year. If you need a lot of candy, I'm inbox us, and I got ideas for you. If you want a lot of candy this year, let me know.
Boom.
Go ahead, Skip.
All right. All fees must be received no later than October the 1st. Vendor setup. Vendors must be on site, set up, and ready by 4 p.m. no later than 5 p.m. the day of, which is the 26th. Vendors are responsible for cleaning up their areas after the event. Boom. That's that.
There you go.
And if you want candy and you don't want to go spend top dollar, get in contact with my man down in the left corner down there, Mr. Tesla S.
Hit me up. Inbox Atlanta Carcast, and we'll see what we can work out to help these clubs out.
Sherry says
Candy's
she's
not
going to be a zombie Playboy bunny.
Oh, all right, Miss Zombie Playboy bunny.
You going to have on that same top you had on last year?
She better not. She better not. She thought when she did that, everybody was like, "Oh!" They left their kids and everything. That was wrong, Sherry. You know it too. But anyway, it was right because that's what you want to do. I'm just playing. All right. This is the flyer. No, this is another one. Okay.
Yep.
Celebrity Softball Showdown, Car Show, Cars and Superstars. Join us for the Gwinnett Chamber Foundation's second annual Celebrity Softball Showdown featuring the Cars and Superstars Car Show. All proceeds will go to support the Gwinnett Chamber Foundation, empower economic inclusion, and enjoy a family-friendly all-star event this October. Sunday, October the 22nd at Cool Ray Field. 11 a.m. car show with food trucks, vendors, and more. 1 p.m. the gates open. 2 p.m. pregame festivities and first pitch. So this is a car show / softball competition.
Yes. This one is in conjunction with Bobby Minnick's Beyond the Ribbon Foundation. And if you've never been to one of Bobby's shows, this is the one to go to. She puts on a great show. The venue is amazing. The parking lot is amazing. The softball game will be fun. There's a lot of local celebrities and all kind of people that'll be there. I really need everybody to help make this a successful event. Please come out. And Atlanta Carcast will be in the building for this one.
For sure. Right. Last but certainly not least, second annual Street Royalty, the Royal Way.
ATL presents the second annual Claim the Crown Car and Bike Show, Queen Kong, Sneaker Ball / Sneaker Ball. Now, I have firsthand knowledge that this is how it's gonna work, ladies and gentlemen. So please pay attention.
Okay, I didn't update the flyer, so before you go there, it actually starts at 4.
Right. That's I was touch on that.
Okay.
The reason it starts at 4 is because at 6:00 p.m., all cars will be judged. They will be parked. Everybody will be inside preparing for the sneaker ball or enjoying the sneaker ball and the festivities inside. How this is going to work is if you need your car washed, KJ and Skeet will be on site washing cars the biggest part of the day. So you can come there with your crew, however you're going to arrive, get your car washed. When you get ready to pull in, we will be judging right then. You can go park your car, then you go inside and prepare for the sneaker ball. That's how it's going to be. It's not going to be a hang outside all day car show. It's more so about the sneaker ball. Now, there will be awards for the car show. That's why I'm saying it will be a drive-in judging. So if you want your car clean, and that's the best way you like to present your car, come out, let the guys wash your car up. When you got it all ready, let me know whoever's judging. We will come over and get your car judged, and you can go park it with your group, your club, what have you, and go inside, prepare for the sneaker ball. Now, the reason it's starting at 4 instead of 5 is because we know we have late arrivers, late attendees, however you want to address it. Everybody needs to be there on time because at 6:00, no more cars will be judged. That will be the end of it. We will be starting the sneaker ball. Now, there will be security outside. Not security. There will be roving patrols outside watching the cars. So we don't have that to worry about. It is in a lighted area. Inside the sneaker ball, there will be a best dressed female with sneakers, a best dressed male with sneakers, and a best dressed couple with sneakers award. Not going to say what it is, but you will be recognized. So don't come in there with your dirty Air Force Ones and your raggedy tuxedo. Y'all act like you're going to a prom and do the damn thing. Y'all know how y'all do. The address is 4500 Satellite Boulevard, number 1248 in Duluth, Georgia. It is November the 9th, 2024. Again, it's from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. So from whatever time you get there before 4 o'clock, we will let you get your cars cleaned up, display them, whatever. We will judge you. But by 6 o'clock, all judging will be done. All cars will be parked. We will be inside for the sneaker ball. Yes.
There it is. And last but certainly not least, don't forget it's this Sunday. No, I'm just fucking.
But
y'all remember when we used to call them tennis shoes?
yes,
Or am I old?
I'm old school. I say tennis shoes. I say motel. I say a whole bunch of stuff. Y'all get on me about. You old?
You still say tennis shoes, Skip?
Yes,
never
I say
say tennis shoes.
I do.
Let me go on up. Let's go up here to the store and get you some tennis shoes.
That's country. We never said that.
Y'all
Okay, you country. Whatever, you ain't coming whatever. I don't care.
Why I can't be a tennis shoe ball, Lady Icon?
I say motel. I say motel.
Yeah, you say motel. You country as hell.
See, call it what you want to.
Sorry.
Okay.
I ain't never had a pair of sneakers.
Who's gonna get crowned king and queen? Will Bled be returning to reclaim his king crown?
Hey man, say man. And then listen, I think I don't know how they did it, but I think they hit the nail on the head last year with the king and the queen.
Who judged that show last year?
Oh, that would be you, man. Yeah. But it's gonna be a great show. It was a great turnout last year. The sun like to kill us out there because it was all concrete and sun. With no trees nowhere. But I think this is gonna be one of those shows that it'll be looked for every year. I really do. I think so. But
yeah,
y'all don't miss
it. They're definitely not car show scammers like some people say.
I'm buying. I've already got my dress. I gotta get some kicks.
Man, everybody know it's gonna be black. You wear black all the time.
You damn right. You right.
Black shoes.
Absolutely right. Okay. My shoes might not be white. I mean black. I might do something. I might do something else.
You have
I have lots of tennis shoes, Skip. I just don't wear them.
That's right. You just talk about your little bitty tennis shoes. Little baby feet.
Yep. I might wear some high heel tennis shoes. How about that?
Don't forget, I don't want to get one inbox. Skip doesn't want to have one phone call on Sunday, whether or not he's still having his show, no matter rain, sleet, or show. Battle for the Rings is going down. Bring your umbrellas, bring your tents. I don't care if it rains or not, but it's going down in the city on the east side. Let's gear up. Let's have a good time. I love seeing you folks' faces in person. It's always great. Yes. So come hang out with us. Come have a good time so we can crack jokes and talk about people like we always do and have a great time and see some of the best builds in the city and surrounding states. So, yeah. Come out and support.
Come clean. Okay.
That's right. That's my sister. That's Sister Shirley. Hey, Sister Shirley.
Hey.
Sister Shirley, that's why we changed the date. That song was a motherfucker. It was.
It was.
Ooh, that song made me sweat and dried the sweat up.
Oh my God.
Okay, guys, this was a great one. This was a great one. We appreciate Queen Kong.
Thank
Carnage
you
for joining us. Lady Dre for joining us.
Queen Kong, if you ever want to take my place, like, you just want to be my double, just let me know. I quit yesterday, and then he told me he was going to find my replacement, and so I gave my 2 weeks notice.
No. I'm not anybody listening down here. That's not how that works.
Anybody listening, Mr. Tesla is looking for my replacement. If you want to audition for my spot,
she got to go. She got to go.
This I got 1 more week, and then y'all won't see me no more. I'm out.
I know you lying.
It's like a motherfucker.
Right.
I'm looking for a replacement.
Okay. Well, they must be going to replace me too.
I'm not going to be here. I'm just going to be in the background.
I done spoke. If you ain't on the screen,
you're not on here. That's not how this works. I'm not going to be the only female. I know how you felt as the only female. Oh no, we in here now.
They'll listen to you. They're obedient.
Okay.
Anybody listen to you?
Anyway,
anybody coming to see you, Otis?
We might add a female on here, but she ain't going no damn well. She could talk her head off.
I told you I quit. I quit.
Okay. Well, then I guess this when the podcast go in there.
No, it's not gonna end right now.
Okay, call it what you want to. But it ain't
We'll
got
see
the
y'all
end.
next week. I might not be here, but we'll see y'all next week.
Oh,
All right, we love y'all. Y'all come and get y'all a ring. Come and get y'all a ring on Sunday.
Not a little ring.
Get your ring.
Can I ask you something? Can I ask y'all something seriously? Why do people refer to things as little? Oh, I like your little shoes.
Get your
Because
little
it's
ring.
closet hate. It's
Queen Kong.
closet
Oh, I
hate.
like your little truck. Your little
It's
truck
closet
cute.
hate. That's what it is.
Like,
He
your
think
little
he
Dodge.
doing something
Your
with
little
you.
Dodge is cute. Oh, I
Right.
like your little hair. Ooh.
My little dread.
Ooh.
It's closet hate.
I mean, but I think some people are so used to hearing it and saying it. Sometimes it's not hate. They're just something they slip like a manner. I wouldn't say a mannerism, but just words of the culture.
But it comes from a place of hate. Okay.
Ooh,
Then
your little Corvette is so cute. Oh, I like your little Corvette.
little.
Man, you
And
can't even
9
afford
times
one.
out of
What
10,
you
when they
mean
say
little?
little, ain't nothing little about it.
Right.
Yeah. It comes from a place of hate. It's the envy. That's an envious statement.
He said, "Y'all come get y'all little ring." So
Get
that's
y'all
what he
little
said.
ring. Get y'all little ring on Sunday.
Well,
That little Tesla kind of cute. Ooh, I like that.
Any of you trophy whores out there listening, come on out. This is the day you can come out.
Oh, Skip, you want to
This
do
is the one for
a
you.
car club roll call? All the car clubs you expect to
All you
see? Go
trophy
ahead,
whores.
give it to him real quick. Go
I
ahead.
don't do that. I don't do that. You finna try to make me go against what I always preach. I expect what I get. I expect what I get. Now, as much
don't forget.
As much as I support, I still expect what I get. That's it. If you can't come, okay. I will not go back and say, God damn, I can't believe they didn't come. Nope. I expect what I get.
And also, if you've never been to Battle for the Rings, we don't accept cash out. So there is a QT where you can get cash. You don't accept cash
by
out.
your bank on the way there, because you go pass a bunch of them.
Or you can go to the QT next door and get some cash out. We do.
Can I just give you $25 for the little ring?
Wow.
It's my last
All right,
show,
y'all,
so I'm going out with a bang.
We finna get up out of here. This is Atlanta Carcast. Thank you, Queen Con. Thank you, Lady Drea. Thank you, Carnage. My name is Mr. Even though y'all been calling me Mark, I told them a year ago, every time they call me by my government name, that's $5. So they owe me a lot of money. My name is Mr. That's Miss TJ. That's Night Hizzle with the Tizzle. That's me, so Skip. We're going to catch y'all on the flip side. We see most of y'all on Sunday. Until then.
Can't wait to see you guys.